Hello, welcome to Hooks and Stitches. I'm Natasha. Excuse my voice, it keeps going in and out, but we'll manage, I think. I've come to you today with an update on what I managed to get up to, because I said that I was going to take some crochet with me glamping from my last video, and I did take some, but I didn't really get a lot done, and I'll show you what I got done in a moment. But the weather, I'm so glad that we were in a glamping pod, because the weather was absolutely horrendous, as I'm sure you had the same in your areas, but the weather was absolutely really bad. There were caravan awnings completely obliterated, and people's tents were absolutely sodden. They were mopping out the mud. It was like a scene from Glastonbury. A lot of them just up and went in the middle of the night, because several were there 1 minute and not the next. So they either blew away or they actually just gave up and went home. But we decided that we weren't going to do camping until probably July now, because the ground is so wet. We want to make sure that it's all dry. I am one of those fair weather campers, I'm afraid. Last year was the first year we ever went as a family, because I always put it off, saying no, it's not for me. But when we did eventually do it, I did actually quite enjoy it, apart from needing the toilet in the middle of the night, so I have to watch what we're drinking. It is what it is, isn't it? But we were in a camping pod this time, and they had a panel heater, and we were lovely and warm and dry. And I've done a YouTube short on how bad the wind was in parts when at campsite from our pod. And the sea was really rough, but it was lovely to see. We went and parked down there and watched all the waves and everything, and that was really, really nice. We played bingo, and we managed to win a couple of times, which secured another short break in May on the bank holiday. So another couple of weeks and we'll be going back again, because we really enjoy the entertainment there, and it is really lovely. So without further ado, I will show you what I've been up to. Now, since when I've said to you that about the big panel, I have done this much, and the word is just forming, as you can see. And I've argued with it, and I had to start all over again. And before I went, I'll show you on my grid. Before I went, I done this much of light blue, sorry, light pink. And then when I was away, I did the bright highlighted area. So I didn't do all that much, but we were having fun doing other things. And I didn't really find the time, and the lighting wasn't especially good in the glamping pod, so I couldn't really do it quite late at night or anything before I went to sleep. So I took it to the club, and I'd done some, before the bingo started and things like that. So I didn't really get a lot done, but I'm chuffed with what I achieved, because I've managed to sort out the problem so far, and so I will let that grow over the next week or so, because I've really enjoyed doing that. And whilst I have also been, what was I going to say? I don't know, my train of thought has gone. But what I didn't take it with me, but what I've been doing this morning, ready to show you, is sort out my trees on my folk art blanket. If I can just look through the little gaps and make sure that it's all in line for you so I can see. Like I say, there's some crooked trees, but I'm not worried because trees grow crookedly, don't they? And I'm not actually that bothered about my stitching either, because I've never been much of a sewer. I can show you that. I've never been much of a sewer, and it's always kind of looked untidy. But on things like this, if I can show you close up, I don't know if that's going to focus very well. It just adds texture to the trees with my stitching, like on here. I'm very critical of my own work, as you already know, but I quite like it because I've contemplated taking them all off and trying to do it a bit more, but I think it just looks like it's a fluffy tree with like the leaves sticking out and things. So I'm really chuffed with that, and I really like the look of it. So I haven't really done anything else except put all the tops on, and I've left this one raising up because the next one hopefully will curl under so that it looks like it's overlapping, and then give it some more texture. And the ones that I've done, which I haven't got on me now because they're over on my desk, but the ones that look like Christmas trees with the triangular ones that I showed you last time, I've decided I'm going to save them and wait until I've got some gaps and put them in, because I'm not quite sure, because I don't really want to mix them with my round trees, and I think maybe a bit further down, if I've got some space, then I'll do a little patch of trees with the triangle ones, to make that in keeping. But I thought I'd show you my progress on that, because I did say that I was going to go away and do some more trees, but I only managed to do a couple of them, and I've got another couple of tree stumps to put in and put the tops on. I've just got to choose some different colours to give it some variation, and hopefully I've got some other kinds of colours of the thick one as well for different textures as well. So that's that. Also, let me think, what else have I got to show you? Over the last month I have been doing a blanket for my middle daughter, and she requested that she wanted one for her bed, and she chose the colours, and she's chosen Aran weight as well, because Hobbycraft have theirs on 3 for 2, so I just bought 3 really big balls, and she's gone for like a tealy colour with grey and white as well. So I've been doing that, but because they're so long, it takes me about 20 minutes to do one row. So by the time I've done 5, I've sat there for an hour. So I just do it when I want to watch telly, or I'm sitting in the car where it's mindless and I don't really need to worry about a pattern. So I've done this so far, and it's just what they call the blanket stitch on YouTube, where it's just literally this is obviously US terms because I like to use US terms, but it's a single and 2 doubles in the same stitch, and then you come over and do exactly the same. So it's like a mini excuse me, like a mini shell, in fact. But I like the fact that it gives it the bobbly texture. Oh, excuse me. So hopefully, because of the fact it's Aran, it will grow quite quite quickly. When I just feel like doing it, I've got until the winter to do it, so it's fine. So yes, that's one thing that I've restarted, but I forgot to show you it last time because I put it in the corner and forgot all about it. But I've been doing that over the last month anyway, since I was off on February half term. I started it actually, so it's been a little bit longer than a month, but anyway. The other thing that I've started new, I'm always starting things new, aren't I? But nevertheless, I'm just taking it as it goes. If I want to start something, I will, and it will just sit there. You see, the thing with me is I need to start something to be encouraged, because otherwise I see lots and lots of things and I put a list down that I really desperately want to do. But if I don't start it, I never get round to it. So it's one of those things where I just think, oh, I'll start it and then give it a good go that afternoon. And if I don't pick it up for another couple of weeks, it's still there ready for me to do. And that's what I'm finding at the moment, because it's a lot better for me. Now, the thing I have to show you is what I spoke to when I was messaging Sally in the comments, because she comments every time on my videos. And I was saying to her that I yet again started something new, but it's something because I wanted to do something that was quite progressive, so I had something to show you, because otherwise it would have just been those few rows literally on my panel for the blanket that I was making. And so I thought I will start something that's really quick, and I can literally whip it up in a couple of hours by the time I've sorted it out. And I was actually searching for something completely different, and I stumbled across it from Repeat Craft to Me, and that is a cowl that they're doing this year, and it's just literally one block a month, and I'm on the ball. I've caught up. I started it the other day. It might have been yesterday actually, day before. Let me think. When did we come home? We came home Friday. So I started it Friday night, and I've caught up already. And they've just released the April one, but I'm going to show you them from start onwards, and then I'll show you, and I'll put the links below. But this is a polar bear for the polar bear square, and it's just literally single crochet and double crochet for the scarf, and then I've sewn on the little nose, and I've just literally looped the eyes, which is a new way of actually doing it. She's taught me a new way, because I always struggle with eyes, and I quite like the way they do that, because you just literally thread the needle through, leave the loop, put the top of the loop on the needle as you're pulling through, and then just go back and attach it, and that makes it look really nice. And I know that my feet, being critical again, but I know my feet are different, but I don't quite understand why. I think I haven't pulled it in tight enough or something, because one looks perfect and one just looks rather big. But then, hey ho, I suppose all paws are different. There goes my excuse again. But I love it just the way it is, and I think it looks lovely. And that's January's, and then February's was a horse. Goes a bit curly, but it will all work out in the end when they're all stitched together, I'm sure. And then a lion for March. Isn't that adorable? I think it's really cute. again on this one, what I done was put the eyes in. You can't really see it because it's so dark. I think the sun's gone in, but I just literally done needlework with the eyes. I used thick yarn, and the only thing that does bug me about it, which I could put some just plain squares on the back, or do another square and then have it a double-sided one, but it's just where the eyes are connected, because even if you thread it right through, it would show the other side. But on this one, I've just managed to lift the front of the stitches on it. But on these ones, it's just literally the eyes, because like I say, I don't want it showing through. But I thought actually it's done quite well, and I thought it was really nice, so that's why I did it. And then again on this one, it's just where the eyes are attached. And then April, they just released this morning, because when I looked last night it wasn't there. And so that one I can show you on my tablet, which I've got here. That is what April's going to be, which is a little spring lamb. And I've managed to do already the things that you attach, the embellishments that you attach. So I've done the nose, the ears, and the fluffy head part. And I've just got the square to make, and how you make the square is just chain 21. This is it's free pattern, so I can explain a bit more about it. But you just chain 21, and then you single crochet from the second chain across, and then you keep going until you reach 23 rows, and then that's it. That one, I thought I would just carry on going and do that, and then make it into a little dolly's blanket, something like that, which I thought would be quite nice, because you literally just, oh, hang on. When you attach one, when you attach them all, it's just, so it's going to be like that wide, literally. And so I thought that'd be lovely as a little dolly's blanket. And these are the pieces that I've made for the bits to sew on for April's. Some ears. The bits on the ears, they're a bit holy, but then I think that is just because I've done this project, and obviously my faux art blanket is just literally all from Stash, and I found this little pink one because there wasn't much left of it, but I think it might even be a 4-ply or a very thin DK at least, but I'm not worried because they'll fold down anyway, just show a little bit, so I'm not too worried about it. And I didn't really want to unpick it all. And then there's the dainty little nose. So I should be doing that for the next one, and then that gives me breathing space for that. For the faux art blanket for May, because the trees are April's instalment anyway, even when they did it back in 2019. May's one is the barn, so if I can crack on with that I will, if not I'll wait till May. Not in any rush to do it. For what else have I been doing? I've just literally got the big panel and then some little ones for the sides, and then the reindeer pattern on that. So yes, I mean I'm just going along slowly, enjoying my time and just filling it in whenever I can, and so that's just about it for my what have I been doing. I'm always, just going with the flow. But the only thing I will say about that is the fact that I do worry that I won't have anything to show. But then I suppose I could just come on and chat with you. But if there is anything that you would like me to do a video on, especially, do comment in the box below, and then I can have a think about what I want to do next, because I do want to kind of do more videos than just show you what I'm doing, to try and up my watch hours a bit, because I would love to obviously reach the threshold of the 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, but slowly it will grow, and it is growing, a few at a time for my subscribers, which I am really, really pleased about. So thank you for that, and thank you to everyone that watches all the time, because that helps my channel too. And I've started to have a good conversation with the people that comment as well. It's starting to grow bit by bit, and that helps me too, because I like to know that people are coming back regularly, and it's not just a bit hit and miss, because I do feel like I waffle a little bit, and I don't know whether my videos are actually doing some good in the yarny community. But if it wasn't for this, I don't think, I wouldn't have a purpose, and I have to get my mindset out of the fact of just doing a project for a reason, not just because I want to do it. Because I very often look and I think, oh, that's all right, my grandchildren have that, or oh, my daughter would like that, so I'll make that, and different things. Whereas I just want to be able to make things to show you, because I want to make them to keep. And so it's very difficult for me to get out of that mindset, because at the moment I kind of doubt myself sometimes and say, well, I don't really have a reason to be making that, so I don't know whether I should or not, or whether someone will like it or anything. So this channel does help me in a sense of just making things to show for the sake of it, because I'm hoping that obviously if you've never come across it, it'll give you inspiration to give it a try. And Repeat Craft Me is a very good channel for little tiny things like this that can be just made in an evening, because it doesn't take long to do all of the lines, and then it just takes a little bit of time to sew it on, but it all adds to the character. And I think they're all very good ideas when you've not got a lot of time, and generally in the evenings, by the time we've done tea and got sorted out, I don't have a lot of time in the evenings, but I do love to do it. So that's the reason why I thought, I'll crack on, because these are little things that I can fit in between my projects, and it's really nice. And I was quite surprised myself, actually, because it's not until you start stitching it all on that the character comes to life almost. And I worry about whether things are too big or doesn't look right, because obviously a lot of the videos I watch, they're using worsted weight yarn, aren't they? So I'm only using bits of DK, but I'm looking for stash busters, not just to do blankets and, you know, so that they turn out to be what they call the ugly blankets and things, but I like to actually have a purpose for things, and I do love things that are cute. So it'd be really, really good to do things like this. And they've also got gnome ones that are along the same lines and things like that. But I'll put the website down in the description below, and then you can go along and have a look and see if there's anything that you like to do there, if you don't already know of the channel. So I do really like it. In fact, I might be able to show you what I'm on about if it comes up. Hold on a moment. I think it's here. This one is the Christmas blanket that I was talking about when I said about the, oh, hang on, when I said about finding the correct brown. That's the one that I want to make my grandson for Christmas, because I love that. It's simple but effective. I'm not sure about the pom-poms on the sides, but I do love that. And so that's one that's going to be up and coming now that I found the browns for it. And she's also done the gingerbread man to go on the other side, so as a bonus strip. So that's what I was on about the other day when I said that I wasn't quite sure if I had the pattern or not. That saves me having to get it out quickly. And then the other one that I was eyeing up is somewhere. Here we go. Well, I thought I had it. Hold on. It's one of those things. Here we go. I thought about that as well at some point. I thought that would be quite nice to do, because you start off with the nose and work around, and I think it just adds a little bit of something else to just the normal granny square. And there's videos. Oh, I don't know if the light's going to let me do that. There's videos, tutorials as well. You know, if you don't want to have the pattern printed out, and there's the pink one in the making. So it all looks quite simple, and things that you can just make in a very short amount of time. And the other thing is because I did that the C2C Christmas blanket, and they were her patterns as well, but she's also done the gnomes in the C2C as well for different and that's one a month as well. So there's lots of things that I love from this website, and it's, you know, it's all free and it's all quite amazing, really. You know, how to get things together really quickly and just sit simply and just do some. Anyway, I must stop waffling because it's already half an hour and I need to get it uploaded. Before I go, the Wi-Fi that I was talking about is now in our car park, and the deadline was to be finished by tomorrow, so I'm hoping that we will soon be able to have it, and then I won't worry about uploading so much because it will just be done pretty much in an instant, rather than having to wait almost 3 hours for it to upload. So I'm going to go. Thank you to everyone for watching my videos. Thumbs up helps a lot, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you can share my channel, I would be absolutely grateful, because I'm so looking forward to it growing and growing and growing. And I will be back again very soon with the progress of my blankets and things. Take care, everyone. Thank you, friends. Bye.